All right, it is 5 October 2025. Can't tell it, but there's probably about 6 or 7 bucket loads of dirt right there, and doing that so that the mailman can pull over. And I got a hole dug right there where that dark spot is to put the mailbox post, and then I'm going to put some pea gravel on top of that too to make it a little bit easier for the mailman to get in and out of there when it's wet. But I was going to do that today, but I broke a valve stem off the front tractor tire somehow. I'm going to have to get that fixed before I move the gravel. But that's what we're up to today. And we got our mailbox post here, 4x4, a couple 2x4s. We'll go mounted on that to mount on the sides of this. And since I'm cheap or frugal, I don't know, whichever way you want to look at it, I am putting some painter's tape on here. I'm going to throw some paint on here for our address instead of paying $3 a piece for numbers at Lowe's. It's ridiculous. That'd be $6, $12. It'd be like $24 to put my address on here when all it took was about 10 minutes worth of putting some tape on there. I'll paint it, let it dry, should be good. All right, so you should be able to see that this right here is all scratched up versus, this is nice and shiny. Took some 120 grit sandpaper and scuffed all that up. So the spray paint, I got some expensive spray paint here that I'm going to use on it. I don't know, cheapest stuff they got, I'm sure. It's from Lowe's, but whatever Amazon Basics or something that you can get is probably fine. It's just a mailbox. And then I got some scratch paper here. I'm going to tape this up so that when I spray it, all this stuff up here doesn't get sprayed, and should be good to go. Cheap Lowe's paint. All right, 6 October. We got our mailbox and cement and some gravel out there for the mailman. All right, 6 October. Not sure if I included this on previous update, but we got this wall up and painted, outlets in. This is the outside of my master bedroom, and the inside looks a lot like a swimming pool right now, but we got 3 walls up and painted, and then I'm going to hang, until I get a door up, I'm going to hang a tarp or something around here to keep some of the air conditioning in. Outlets, this is the only outlet that's working right now. The rest of them will be working once I get some of those wires up there hooked in. All right, it is 8 October 2025. I think since last update, I put up the 2x4 section for that wall, put the second, third layer insulation on it, put the sheathing on it, put an outlet on that. This is going to be in Lori's room, so this would be the door to her bathroom. You can see her future sink right there. Shower, toilet, etc. So at any rate, and then I got the 2x4 framing in for this section of wall, outlet in, second layer of insulation, still have the third layer and sheathing to go on that. And then I built these 2 little walls here. All right, so normally I'm building walls that go in between these 6x6s. But in this case, I built a little stubby wall out to move this out. So this is going to be 18 inches deep, which is enough to accommodate these shelving units. And the reason for that is we'll put a couple shelving units in there and then clothes hanger section and stuff. So this will all this section here, this wall will all be Lori's closet. And then the big thing I'm working on today is to get this 6x6 by 12 foot post up. It's going to be the same as this post right here. And let me move around so I can show you how everything's going to line up. But basically, this is going to go right here. I've already drilled the hole in the concrete and put the Simpson tie in for that, and then it'll come across and line up with this 6x6. And if you look down there, this 6x6 right here, this 4x4 is in there. It's all twisted. It's not lining up with anything. It's just going to be something ugly sticking out, I think. But at any rate, I've got to figure out how to lift this up because I do everything by myself here. Lift this up and get it planted because this thing's big and heavy. It's basically like a small tree. So I took a couple 2x4s here that I've attached. This one here going to that 4x4, and then this one here goes over to that 6x6. And I've got screws. You can see the screws here. I got a couple screws up there, a couple screws here. And the idea is to lift this up, get it in place. It'll fall into here. These will catch it, and then I can screw them in. And then once I've got this thing kind of attached roughly and balanced, I can work on adjusting it from there and getting it straight and level and lined up with all the rest of the walls and the 6x6s. But that's my current task. I've got some lag bolts down here ready to screw in. Got my sockets and stuff all lined up so I can get those popped in real quick if I can get this thing in place. That's going to be the question of whether or not I can lift that up by myself and get it upright without killing myself. All right, I'm pretty sure that's not the safest thing I've ever done, but I got it done. All right, so now that I've got this kind of secured, it's not going to fall over. I can go ahead and get my hammer out and tap this into the right place, get the lag bolts at the bottom set, and then once I got that done, I can get the levels out and undo one of these at a time, undo one of these screws here at a time, and adjust it and get it to where it's right. And then I can start running bigger boards like this 2x8. I can put joist hangers on there, run those across, and get this all set up. There'll be basically this platform here will extend out and go over. Might be kind of hard to describe, but at any rate, and then there's I forgot to show it, and I'm not going to take it back down to show it to you, but basically I took a spade bit and drilled a little bit of a hole about that deep right in the exact middle of this 6x6 so that the bolt that is in the concrete sets up in that divot and doesn't make it teeter-totter on top of that bolt. So it'd be sitting flush on the floor. All right, so this beam came out, went beyond here. I took a chainsaw and I just cut that off to where it's flush with this post. And the reason I did that is this 2x4 here, I can't use that to support all my floor joists here, right? Or ceiling rafters. So the rest of these, because this one here just bolts in next into that one, and then this one over here on this side would just bolt in over here. But what about all the middle ones, right? So what I've got is a 2x8 cut there, and that's going to go up here. I'll use light bolts, put that in across here where this 2x4 is, and then I'll be able to attach all of the rest of my joists and rafters using hangers onto this 2x8. So that's my plan. Next is to get that up and mounted, and then I can start actually running some rafters across here. All right, it is 10 October 2025. This isn't the barn. The barn is actually way over there. But the reason I'm over here is because in order to move out of the house into the barn, and the house is over there. In order to move out of the house and into the barn, I'm going to need some storage space, because as I build rooms in the barn, my storage that I was having in the barn is now gone. So this trailer here was last used. I went down to Birmingham and bought a beer can collection from a guy, about 5,000 cans or so, and those are all sitting there. So I am going to put those in the area that's going to be the roof of Lori's room. And then this is going to clear out this trailer for me so that I can use this for storage for stuff, get stuff out of the barn, pallets, whatever, packing material that I've got stored in there, and put out here in the thing. So it's currently like 64 degrees here in northern Alabama. It's a good day to work in the trailer. It's going to be pretty comfortable. I don't like the cold, so I don't want to wait too long, and I need to get this done. So that's today's project. All right, it's 10 October, and instead of I got all the beer cans emptied out of the trailer. Instead of putting them in what would be this platform right here, I've changed my mind. And the reason I did that is because, you know, I've got this opening up here on the mezzanine that goes between where the slant roof is and the top of the mezzanine that opens up into both those side sheds. And I got obviously I'm putting insulation up over here, and I got some sheathing setting there to put those up. Just haven't gotten to that because it's lower priority, but I have to do that on this side too. But instead of doing that, I just put all those boxes of beer cans here. Okay, so I sealed off that hole that's open right there. I sealed all that off with all these boxes of beer cans, which act as great insulation. And that makes it much easier for me to be able to crank the AC over here and cool this area with my mini split, which currently got set at 70 degrees and it's blasting cold air and feels great, until I can get proper insulation and sheathing up and seal off this mezzanine area. So again, lots of beer can boxes. You know, it doesn't affect me really because these shelves go to the end, and then there was just walkway along the back, which I have walkway in the front. So we just got it all sealed up with beer cans.